A thunderous bang shatters the air, echoing through the gorilla enclosure like the sky itself has cracked open. A massive silverback, a mountain of muscle and memory, slams his colossal fists against the trembling ground. Dust spirals upward, leaves scatter, and a silence filled with dread sweeps across the viewing area. The visitors, families, tourists, wandering students, freeze in stunned fear. Parents clutch their children closer. Guides raise trembling arms to shepherd the crowd backward, and little ones begin to cry as the sound reverberates deep in their small chests. Yet, amidst this chaos, one child, a boy no more than 4, stands utterly still, palm pressed flat against the glass that separates him from the beast. The gorilla is called Bongo, a 600-pound giant wrapped in scars of both flesh and memory. Most days, Bongo is peace embodied, a quiet watcher beneath trees, munching on fruit, his dark eyes following the dance of leaves in the morning light. But today, he is no quiet river. Today, he is a storm breaking open, a soul roaring against something unseen. His chest heaves, nostrils flare, and the air thickens around him like a gathering thundercloud. For the creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the children of God. In that moment, nature itself seems to speak, warning, pleading, and no one understands. Sarah, a seasoned caretaker who has spent her life among wild souls, hears the urgent crackle over her radio. Emergency at gorilla exhibit. Animal agitated. Potential danger. But even before the words fully form, Sarah is already running, her boots pounding the walkway, her chest tight with the knowledge that when an animal acts like this, it's never random. She bursts into the viewing area, sweat lining her brow, and sees Bongo pacing like a storm contained in too small a sky. He is not performing. He is not restless. He is hunting something unseen, his gaze fixed past the barriers. Beyond the trees, visitors gasp, pressing back against railings as he charges forward, slamming against the glass with such force that metal bends, shrieks, and a piece of railing collapses to the earth. The ground quakes beneath the impact, and gasps turn into screams. Yet the little boy does not cry. He does not run. His eyes lock with Bongo's, tiny fingers still gripping the cold steel. The enormous creature halts, nostrils wide, chest rising and falling in deep drum-like thunder. Then, silence. Instead of striking again, Bongo retreats, his enormous body folding into himself, breath rasping like a broken wind. Sarah moves quickly, stepping between boy and glass, kneeling gently as her arms sweep him up. "Where are your parents, sweetheart?" she whispers, her pulse still racing. But the boy only stares, wide-eyed and wordless, as if some silent conversation has already passed between him and the giant on the other side. "The Lord is near to the broken-hearted and saves the crushed in spirit." Sarah feels those words echo as she meets Bongo's eyes again, and sees not rage, but sorrow. The staff mutter nervously. A young worker shakes as he readies a tranquilizer dart. "He's never done that before." Another whispers, "Not even a fake charge." They argue, stress, crowds, too many children. But Sarah shakes her head, her voice firm with the conviction, only born from years of listening to what others ignore. No, he wasn't looking at the boy. He was looking past him. She turns her gaze toward the slope beyond the enclosure. Leaves sway gently, but something feels wrong, as if the trees themselves are holding their breath. Sarah's eyes narrow. Then it happens. A faint tremor beneath her boots. So subtle most would dismiss it, but not Bongo. His massive head jerks upward, nostrils flaring again. His chest expands as he releases a sound that chills everyone present. A deep, mournful call, low and stretched, resonating like a siren carved from grief. It is not rage. It is warning. And still, No one listens. Parents begin ushering their children away. Security ropes off the railing. But Bongo crouches low, his palms pressed into the earth as if listening to its pulse. His fists clench, his eyes fixed on the slope. Sarah's heart pounds because she knows. This is not instinct. This is memory. Even the winds and the waves obey him. Nature speaks in tremors and whispers, but humanity, deafened by its own noise, rarely hears. Hours later, Sarah leans over flickering monitors in the control room, replaying footage frame by frame. Freeze it there. The screen halts on the instant before Bongo's charge. His eyes are not fixed on the boy. His massive head is tilted, gaze cutting straight past the hill. A worker shrugs. Probably just a bird. But Sarah does not move. Her pulse drums harder as she digs deeper into Bongo's records, buried in an old note. Survived hillside collapse in Cabal. Extreme anxiety days prior. Considered coincidence. Her eyes widen. Not coincidence. A pattern. Her trembling hands open the archived attachments. And there it is. An image that rips the breath from her lungs. Bongo, younger. His body gaunt and caked in mud. And clinging desperately to his arm. A baby gorilla. The field notes read, adult male discovered protecting infant after landslide. Infant separated for medical care. Infant deceased 3 days later despite male's protection. The tablet slips from Sarah's hands. Screen shattering on the floor. The sound rings through the room like a gunshot, but Sarah does not flinch. Her eyes are fixed on that broken photograph. The look in Bongo's eyes. The same desperate, protective sorrow she saw today. He was a father once. He tried to save his child. He failed. And now, he remembers. Can a mother forget her nursing child? That she should have no compassion? Even these may forget. Yet, I will not forget you. In the shattered glass, she sees the reflection of his grief and the truth. Bongo is not dangerous. He is warning them all. The second tremor strikes, stronger this time, rattling windows and shuddering through the earth. Visitors gasp, clinging to one another. Sarah rushes outside, her voice rising above the panic. Move everyone back! He's not angry. He's warning us. Security hesitates, but then, as if on cue, a third tremor rips across the ground, shaking the fence, sending dust plumes rising from the hillside. Cracks appear along the distant slope, soil shifting in ominous waves. The crowd erupts in cries, scattering to safety. And there, Bongo roars again. His chest he circles like a man replaying the worst day of his life. Because that's what he is. A father remembering the moment he wasn't strong enough. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. But today, Bongo isn't waiting for deliverance. He is preparing to become it. The child's voice rises above the crowd, clear and piercing. Mommy, he's trying to escape. Nervous laughter ripples. A mother hushes him, glancing at the workers with unease. But Sarah hears the truth in that child's fear. A trainee's trembling voice cracks over the radio. He's at the weak section. The barrier there. It's old. Not designed for this kind of pressure. Everyone freezes. Everyone, except Bongo. His colossal frame stiffens. Muscles ripple beneath his dark coat. One enormous hand grips the wall. Feet set like anchors, his entire being tuned. For one single act, every fiber inside him remembers. The day he wasn't enough. The day a baby's cries were swallowed by silence. And then, snap. The sound shatters the world. Metal twists. Concrete crumbles. Dust bursts upward. Visitors scream. Children scatter. A stroller tips over. Soda cups crash to the floor. And in the heart of the chaos, Bongo explodes forward. Not toward people, but toward freedom. Toward the hill. Toward the fate that stole his child. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. He is not running from humanity. He is running toward redemption. The air fills with frantic cries. Radios crackle in panic. He's out! He's loose! Get everyone away from the front! Guards scramble. Parents clutch their children. But Sarah doesn't run. Her eyes lock on Bongo's every stride. His movements are not wild, not random. They are precise, focused, planned. His gaze isn't on the crowd, but fixed higher, up the slope where the earth meets the sky. And that's when Sarah's heart drops. She sees him. The boy. The same boy who pressed his hand to the glass, now wandering back toward the barrier, lost in confusion, separated from safety. Tiny hand outstretched once more, reaching. The same image burned into Bongo's memory. The same innocence standing on the brink. Inside his mind, grief and reality merge. 4 years ago, he wasn't fast enough. 4 years ago, the earth devoured the life he tried to shield. But this time, he is close enough. This time, he will not fail. His chest rumbles with a deep, desperate sound. Not rage, not fury. A father's cry. A cry across time, across loss, across the raw wound of memory. And then, he runs. Dust sprays beneath him. The ground thunders under his charge. The boy turns, eyes wide. Too small, too fragile, too slow. And Bongo leaps. His massive arms do not strike. They shield. His body collides with the child, shoving him clear, rolling him away like a fragile seed carried from fire. And then, it happens. The ground splits. Earth collapses. Benches, rails, stone, swallowed by the pit where the boy had stood only seconds ago. A storm of dust rises, choking, blinding, then silence. A silence so heavy it feels like the world itself is holding its breath. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. The dust settles slowly, revealing the scene. The boy, scraped and sobbing, but alive. The mother collapses into tears, clutching him as if she'll never let go. And there, close by, Bongo lies sprawled, chest heaving, his dark body streaked with dirt. His great arms stretch outward, not in violence, but in protection. For 4 long years he carried a weight heavier than chains, the burden of failure. Now, each ragged breath exhales that grief, releasing it into the earth. This time, the child lives. This time, he was strong enough. Sarah rushes forward, tablet still. In her grip,